Let me ask you a simple question. How many hours do you spend scrolling on your phone every single day? 1 hour? 2 hours? Sometimes even 5 hours? Watching videos, reading gossip, jumping from one app to another. But what if just 30 minutes of learning every day could completely change your life? What if knowledge could take you from deep poverty to success? Before we begin this emotional story, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Because on this channel, we share powerful life stories about discipline, growth, success, and the small decisions that can change a life forever. And today's story is about a poor husband and wife who were tired of suffering, tired of hunger, tired of being laughed at, until one old man gave them something very small, and that changed everything. In a quiet mountainous village surrounded by giant green trees lived a poor husband and wife named Daniel and Grace. Their village was far from the city. The roads were rough, the houses were old, and life there was very difficult. Every morning before sunrise, Daniel and Grace woke up tired, not because they slept too much, but because they barely slept well. Their tiny house was falling apart. The roof leaked badly whenever it rained. Sometimes rainwater dropped directly onto their bed while they slept. Cold wind entered through the broken wooden walls, and many nights they slept hungry. Still, every morning they woke up and walked together to their tiny wooden fruit stall beside the roadside. The stall was very small, old wood, broken roof, a few apples, some bananas, a few oranges. That was all they had. Every day they sat there for almost 14 hours, waiting, hoping, praying customers would come. Sometimes only 2 or 3 people bought fruits the whole day. Sometimes nobody came for hours. Daniel often stared silently at the fruits, feeling hopeless. Grace tried to stay strong, but deep inside, she was scared too. At night, after counting the small money they earned, silence filled the room. Sometimes they only earned enough to buy one small meal, sometimes not even that. One evening, Grace looked at the few coins in her hand, and tears filled her eyes. "Daniel," she whispered softly, "how long are we going to live like this?" Daniel had no answer. He simply looked down. He felt like a failure. People in the village laughed at them. Some said, "They work all day for nothing." Others said, "They will always stay poor." Those words hurt deeply. But the worst pain was not the insults. The worst pain was watching their dreams slowly disappear. Daniel wanted a better house. Grace wanted children someday. But how could they even think about the future when they struggled to survive each day? Then one afternoon, something unexpected happened. An old man slowly walked toward their fruit stall. He looked calm and wise. His clothes were simple. His face carried peace. He stopped in front of the stall and smiled gently. "I would like 1 apple," he said. Daniel handed him an apple. Then he looked carefully at Daniel and Grace. "You both look very tired," he said kindly. "Are you okay?" At first, Daniel tried to smile.
But suddenly, all the pain inside him came out. He told the old man everything, how they worked from morning until night, how they barely survived, how people laughed at them, how rain entered their house, how they felt stuck in life. Grace also began crying quietly. The old man listened carefully without interrupting. Then he asked them a strange question. "Have either of you ever read a book Daniel and Grace looked at each other. Then Daniel answered softly, "No." The old man reached into his small bag and removed one old book. The cover looked worn out, but he held it carefully. Then he handed it to them. "Read this book for just 30 minutes every day," he said. "That is all." Daniel looked confused. "How can a book change our life?" he asked. The old man smiled. "Because knowledge changes the way a person thinks, and when thinking changes, life begins to change too." Then the old man continued his journey and disappeared down the road. That evening, something unusual happened. Daniel and Grace closed the fruit stall earlier than normal. They returned home, lit a small candle, and opened the book. At first, reading felt difficult. Some words were hard to understand. Some sentences confused them. But they continued. 30 minutes every day, no matter how tired they were. Slowly, something started changing. Their English improved. Their confidence improved. Their communication improved. The book taught them about business, about speaking politely, about understanding customers, about presentation, about mindset, about discipline. Daniel began speaking differently to customers. Instead of sitting silently, he smiled warmly. He greeted people confidently. He explained why their fruits were fresh and healthy. Grace also changed. She arranged the fruits beautifully. She learned how to attract customers with kind words and friendly conversation. For the first time, people stopped walking past the stall. Customers started stopping. Then more customers came. Then even more. Some people traveled from nearby villages because they heard Daniel and Grace sold fresh fruits and treated customers kindly. Weeks passed. Months passed. Their small stalls slowly became bigger. Then they bought a better wooden shop. Then another fruit stall opened in another village. Then another. Daniel and Grace worked harder than ever before. But now, they worked with knowledge, not confusion. Years later, the same couple who once counted coins in sadness now owned successful fruit shops across
Several villages. They built a beautiful home on the hillside. A strong roof, warm rooms, clean beds. No more rain leaking inside. No more sleeping hungry. And one evening, while sitting outside their new home, Grace smiled and looked at Daniel. "Do you remember that old book?" she asked softly. Daniel smiled. "That book saved our lives." Many people spend hours every day scrolling on their phones, but very little time learning things that can improve their future. Entertainment can pass time, but knowledge can change a life. Daniel and Grace were not lazy people. They were hard-working, but hard work without knowledge kept them trapped. The moment they started learning, everything began to change. Because success is not only about working harder, sometimes it is about learning better. Just 30 minutes every day, one book, one lesson, one new idea can completely transform your future. The question is, what are you feeding your mind every day? Because the life you live tomorrow is being shaped by what you learn today.